Okay, so let's do one more reading. This is going to be a soul calling reading for me. And I've already shuffled the cards, so I'm just going to put them out. The first card in this reading is, what is my soul calling? And it's 9 of Pentacles. So I want to create wealth and abundance in my life. And the next one is, what is my response to that? And I've got 7 of Cups here. Now, if my purpose is to create abundance and I get 7 of Cups as the response, I see 7 of Cups as kind of a mental card where you're looking at all your options and all your possibilities, and you can't figure out which one to choose because you don't want to miss out on anything, and your mind is just driving you crazy. So let's see how I'm blocking my true calling. And I get the Wheel of Fortune. I'm worried about not following my destiny. The Wheel of Fortune has a lot to do with destiny. And when I'm coming from a mental point of view here, where, I'm afraid to make the wrong decision, because what if I make the wrong decision and then I don't follow my destiny? So there's a lot of mental energy here, you can tell. So let's see, how can we relieve this block? Oh, what do you know? The Fool card. So instead of getting stuck in my head about what options to choose and what to do, all I have to focus on is following my inner calling, because the Fool doesn't have those kind of concerns. The Fool is never worried about walking the right path or the wrong path, or which options to choose, or all these mental issues. He just walks and sees where he's putting one foot in front of the other, and he just sees where he ends up. And there is no worry about picking the right path. He's just walking, and the path is right there in front of him, and the path will find him. So it's about having faith that everything's going to work out, and you don't have to worry about whether you're following your destiny or not. And how can you shine? I can shine by sharing my abundance with others. That makes sense. So whatever I achieve on my path as the Fool, I have to share it with others. And what's the loving outcome? King of Pentacles. It basically shows that everything is going to work out if I can find enough faith to just walk the path without any kind of mental anguish, and just understand that the cycles goes and my destiny will happen whether I cooperate or not, and that the path will find me, and just have faith that the abundance will follow. Now, if we look at the numbers on these cards, that's interesting too. The 9 of Pentacles, that's a 9, plus 7 of Cups, that's 16, plus 10, that's 26. The Fool doesn't have a number. And then you have 6 of Pentacles, so that would be 32. And the Court cards are always a 1. So that adds up to a 33, which is the master number. Now the 33 consists of 2 threes. Threes are very creative, but when you have 2 threes together, it has to do with having compassion, but not being too attached about the outcome. It's about attachment. Threes can get kind of clingy sometimes. So I have to be willing to help others without having attachment to the outcome, or how people are judging me, or how people are receiving what I'm sharing. All I have to be concerned about is the sharing part. And when you add the 2 threes together, you get 6. 6 in numerology is the mother of the universe. It's somebody who wants to help everyone. But there's also a little, some element of martyrdom in 6. There is a feeling of having to sacrifice your own needs for everybody else. And that is kind of not necessary. So even though you have a 6 in reading, it basically shows that you have to find the right balance, because 6 in tarot has to do with finding the balance. So you have to find the balance between loving yourself and loving others, helping yourself and helping others. And just that right balance is very, very important. So give what you can, but don't give everything, because you have to have some too. So now you can see how we can look at the cards, and we can look at the numbers, and we can get a pretty good idea what's going on. So in this case, the pitfall in this reading is this card here, where you get stuck in your head and you can't make decisions. So that is what has to be avoided. You have to have faith that your destiny will find you. You have to have faith that you'll find the right path and you'll do the right thing, and you'll be guided the whole time from an inner calling. And as long as you share everything that you want, you are achieving and learning and experiencing with others, everything's going to work out. So that's a pretty nice reading, and I hope you enjoyed that. So even though you've just been through a very short course that kind of gives you a flying start when it comes to reading tarot, you can see that it's not really that difficult. When you look at the numbers and you look at the cards and you see what's going on in the cards, you can still give pretty good readings, even though you just learned how to use the tarot. And as you can see, I don't normally use traditional layouts for my readings. I find it more helpful to either find a layout or a spread that fits your client's request, or you can actually just sit there and talk to the client and write down the questions that they want to have an answer to. And that becomes a perfectly fine spread right there. So be loose, be natural, be playful about it, and confidence will come. You will see that the more you do it, the more confident you feel. And don't be afraid to give yourself readings or give readings to your friends and family to start with. And as the confidence grows, you can spread out and branch out and eventually start charging money for your readings. So I hope you enjoyed this course. And if you have questions about how to read the tarot or the meanings of the cards, feel free to send me a message and I will answer it as quickly as I can.